Hi, my name's James Faulkner. I'm the Editorial Director of Master Investor magazine. I'm here with Daniel Levene, who's the Investor Relations Director at Cogress. Hi Daniel, what's Cogress all about?
So we are a platform that basically connects investors and developers together. So somebody signs up to be part of our investor circle,
Right.
and then we will send them opportunities for residential development investments.
Okay, and it's all about residential, no commercial property.
There's some with a commercial element. The idea of what we do is to give our community a wide range of different things so they can build a diversified portfolio.
Right, okay. And what type of investor is this opportunity open to? Is it retail, professional investors?
Yeah, so we're FCA regulated, and that means that we typically appeal to high net worths and sophisticated investors.
Right.
But within that group, it's really for two groups of people. It's either those that have seen people doing property development and appreciate that there's been a lot of success in that kind of investment before, but they don't necessarily have £500,000 and would prefer to invest, say, £20,000 or £50,000. Or alternatively, there's those that had the £500,000 but don't want to invest that all into one property development. They wish to diversify.
And what's the general state of the property markets following Brexit?
Sure, it's a very interesting question. I mean, we focus specifically on London, and we obviously do a lot of research. You know, the business is split into two sides. One's looking after our investors, and the other is doing analysis into the markets and the developments. And London's very interesting from the perspective of supply and demand, in that we really do have a shortage of houses here, but then we're talking about what's going to happen in terms of Brexit, and will that change that demand, or will it mean that people still come to this cultural centre of the world? From our perspective, we feel the market for the next few years will be quite stable, as in not too much growth or not too much decline. And we'd like to think that after a couple of years of Brexit wranglings, we'll be back on a growth path again.
So your pipeline, I'm guessing you've got quite a full pipeline at the moment?
So our pipeline is dependent upon us finding development partners that we feel have a good enough track record, as well as projects that we feel have enough contingency and bandwidth in them for things to go wrong and still be able to return things to investors. So it's about ensuring that we see enough developments and weeding out the ones that aren't appropriate.
Right. And what's your track record like at the moment?
Sure. So globally we've exited something like 40 projects. And across those 40 projects, we've achieved a return of about 14% per annum. We're aiming in the UK to go higher than that, between 15 to 20%.
Right, so that's well ahead of the long-term average growth rate for property in the UK.
It is, but I would say that obviously that comes with an element of risk, and you have to consider the risk-return profile in that.
And investors in Cogress, it comes with the added sort of attraction of investing alongside really, investors with a good track record.
Sure. I mean, ultimately the difference between us and a number of our competitors is, in a way, a lot of them are doing matchmaking between developers and investors and allowing the two parties to continue their journey. We're very much involved from start to finish. We're the general partner in the relationship, and we are monitoring that developer the whole way through the process, the purpose of which is to ensure they deliver on all the milestones. And ultimately, we are responsible to our investors to sit on their side of the table, represent their best interests, and do everything we can to get them as good a returns as quick as possible.
And you're at the Master Investor Show today.
Sure.
How have you found it?
Very interesting. First time we've been, and we've met a really interesting group of people. I think we're one of the few property firms here. There's been a whole variety of different life sciences and equity investment houses. But the people that we've met are all reasonably sophisticated, all looking for interesting new innovations in terms of investment. And we've had some really good conversations and met some really good people.
Great, that's good to know. Daniel Levene, Cogress, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.